Hey, what's going on to all my gaming addicts and gamerholics? Welcome back to the Gamers Anonymous Podcast, a show all about gaming and other related news to give you that fix to ease your gaming itch. This is episode number 41, and today is April 24th, 2022. I'm your host, Trey Turpin, and once again, I'm here with my brother, Shane Turpin. What's going on, bro?
What's going on, bro, man?
Hey, nothing much, man. We took last week off, so now we're back this week to go ahead and catch up on all the gaming news, and we definitely got a special one for you guys today.
Big
So,
facts.
we have a great show for you guys. In this episode, we're going to discuss a bunch of Halo news, Xbox Series sales numbers, Sega doing a couple remakes, PlayStation might be coming to PC sooner, ads in games, and the new Warzone operation called Operation Monarch. So definitely we got a jam-packed episode for you guys. But of course, before we get started, if you would like to help support the show, go ahead and subscribe to the Gamers Anonymous Podcast YouTube channel and hit the notification bell to stay up to date when new videos drop. Also, don't forget to hit that like button and leave a comment. For our audio listeners, make sure to subscribe to the follow or subscribe to and follow us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify to stay up to date for new episodes. Also, rate and leave a review, which would help this show out tremendously. And of course, on behalf of The Gap, a big thanks to everyone for continuing to show love and support. All right. So, everyone knows, before we go ahead and jump into the news, we like to go ahead and talk to you guys about what we've been playing. So, I'm going to go ahead and throw it over to Shane. What you been up to gaming wise, bro?
Oh man, kind of put me on the spot there.
this
Gaming
is this
wise,
is every time,
gaming wise, I
you
know
know.
I wasn't ready for it, man. We took that week off, man.
Yeah.
I got to get back in my flow, you know. Gaming wise, what have I been playing? Honestly, man, I haven't really played anything new. I've still been progressing in Elden Ring.
Mhm.
I've been trying to prepare myself for trying to get that out the way for real, because I want to move on to something else. But I'm still enjoying it, but I don't want to keep talking about Elden Ring every week.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
so I'm gonna have to bust open the wrapper up on something new this week, just so I have something different to speak about. But basically, that's it, man. That's really it for me.
Okay, understandable. People still playing Elden Ring strong. It's definitely always when I log into Xbox, it's like at least in the top 5 of most played games on Xbox currently. So people are still playing that game heavily. I actually started it not too long ago. I'm still very in the beginning, but man, I'm enjoying what I've played so far. I really just got into the open world. So I started exploring. I explored my first cave, came across this boss, and like died like 3, 4, 5 times before I finally was able to beat him. Then I ran into this camp with a bunch of other guard looking dudes, and like it was too many of them. Like I had to run away. Like I killed one, but then another one came and alerted more, and they all just came running. So I just went and left, and I had to put the controller down real quick. I was like, "Ooh, it's real out here," you know what I'm saying? So I've been playing Elden Ring. I jumped back into it. There's this skating sim called Session. It's in the preview program on Xbox. I've been playing that. There was an update that came out like a few months ago that gave a lot more content to that game because that game was just bare bones. It's definitely the best skating sim I've played thus far. So it was good to jump back in and actually have some quests to actually do and some objectives to do instead of just skating around. I jumped back into that Call of Duty. I've been playing Rebirth Island for a while now. I fell in love with that game mode. Like I feel like it's a mixture of regular Call of Duty multiplayer and Warzone together. So it's like a faster paced Warzone, as you will. We got a couple W's, me, my boy Steve, and Tommy. We got a couple W's the other night, so I was pumped about that. Got a couple kills. And then I've also been grinding on that Halo Infinite multiplayer. I'm excited for season 2 that's about to come. The new game modes they showed off, they definitely look interesting enough. I can't wait to jump into it. So I'm just trying to grind out that battle pass. I'm on like level 80 right now. So I'm just trying to reach 100 before May 3rd when the new season drops. But other than that, that's all I've been playing. Yep. So if there wasn't anything else you wanted to shout out, we're just gonna go ahead and jump into the news.
Keep it rolling.
Yes, sir. All right. So the first bit of news that we're going to go ahead and talk about is the Halo news. And like there was quite a bit of Halo news this past week or so. So we're going to start off with the Halo Infinite roadmap. So I have an article here. Let's see. Yeah, I have an article pulled up on the halowaypoint.com. And it was just an article just talking about what's to come in the future for Halo Infinite. So it starts off by saying, with season 2 locked and loaded for May 3rd, we want to share a roadmap of what we're planning to deliver during season 2 and for the rest of the year. More than anything else, we want this roadmap to be accurate and reliable. Some items and dates are certain, and these are clearly listed. Others are marked as targets or goals, and they will become more certain over time. The roadmap's timeframe will also expand as we announce longer term initiatives. In other words, this roadmap is an evolving document, and we'll let you know when we make changes to it. With all that in mind, here's the Halo Infinite roadmap for 2022. So right here is just a picture. Go ahead and blow it up for you guys. It's a picture pretty much just showing what's all coming in season 2. So we have new maps, Catalyst, which is the new arena map, and Breaker, which is the new big team battle map. We have King of the Hill, which is a new game mode, land grab, and the one that a lot of people are excited and interested in playing is Last Spartan Standing, which it kind of looks like arena mixed with a little bit of Battle Royale. So definitely go ahead and check out that trailer. It's out on the Xbox YouTube channel. Also, they're adding new narrative events, which looks like they're going to take place. One event is going to take place May 3rd through the 16th, and then the other alpha pack is going to be July 19th through August 1st. And then, of course, they're just telling you there's going to be a new battle pass, a new fracture event called Entrenched, and they're also going to go ahead and add campaign network co-op. So you'll be able to play the campaign co-oply on Xbox Live, and that should be coming late August, and that's a target projection. So it may change, might come sooner, might come later. But they're going to let you guys, we're going to finally be able to play co-op, not couch co-op, but at least we'll be able to play with other friends. All right. Then also in late August, they're going to have campaign mission replay where you can actually replay the missions you already played. And then they're going to do a Forge open beta, which they're targeting for September. All right. And then, so everything pretty much sounds like what we already knew about season 2 from when they announced it a while ago. The big thing is it looks like it's going to be another 6-month wait in between seasons. So it shows here that season 2 is going to last from May 3rd through November 7th. And season 3 is projected to start on November the 8th. All right. So definitely that was a bummer to the social media and gaming community, especially on Twitter. So I'm going to go ahead and throw it over to Shane. Yo, Shane. So what do you think about this new season and the roadmap and this hiatus of like us having to wait 6 months for a new season?
Okay, well, first of all, let me start off by saying is I'm glad that they finally decided to put out this roadmap. They been needing to keep us posted and updated on this kind of stuff. They should have had this from day one, so we wasn't hanging in the wind, wondering and not really knowing when we were getting stuff and whatnot. So I'm glad that they did that part there. That's definitely a big plus and a big improvement. I'm definitely excited for season 2. They're bringing a lot of content, but I'm a little disappointed. I feel like they should have had a lot of this stuff ready at launch, or at least a little bit sooner in season 1. I feel like they're a little slow on pushing out new things for it. I just wish they would turn up the pace a little bit, just a little bit. You know what I mean? But other than that, man, I'm excited to see what they're bringing. I'm loving all the new different game modes. Definitely want to check it out because I've actually fallen off from playing Halo multiplayer.
Yeah, you're not the only one. Yep.
Yeah, so and I'm sure a lot of us have, and a lot of people were disappointed in how long the season lasted or is going to last. And I mean, I definitely kind of feel like the seasons are quite long compared to a lot of other things. Those are for six
Mhm.
month seasons. That's pretty long. So I just feel like it's not necessarily a bad thing per se,
Mhm.
but I just feel like they should be provide us with a little more content. You know what I mean, for a 6 month season.
Preach,
Things to give
preach.
people, get people to stick around 6 months. You know what I mean? Especially with this multiplayer live service stuff going. You know what I mean? Like they just got to give us the content, man. If they want people to play the game and they want people to stick around, they got to produce the content. So I mean, I'm happy. I'm happy that they're bringing this stuff, and I'm happy that they're doing things differently and switching it up for a change. But I just feel like they just need to do a little more better with bringing more content, quality content at that, not just some stuff slapped together and say, "Here, we got this for you." Uh, but other than that, man, yeah, I'm excited to play it, man. I mean, I can't wait. You know what I mean? I'm definitely going to jump back in and check it out for sure.
So I totally agree with everything you said. So I have a question. So do you think, because you mentioned that the season, a 6 month season is quite long, especially when they're not offering, a bunch of content to keep us engaged, or coming back. So do you think that's another long season is going to hurt Halo in the long run? Because a lot of people thought like maybe the 6 months for the first season was just so they could work out some kinks and this, that, and the third. And they thought with season two, myself, I thought they were going to do 3 month seasons. So I'm actually surprised to see that it's another. So within it'll be a year, and there's only been 2 seasons.
Correct,
Do
correct.
you think this is going to hurt Halo, or do you think like it's still
Yeah,
going to be
I,
here?
th- I think it may hurt a bit. I don't think that they're providing enough content to capture a broad art audience for 6 months. I mean,
Hmm.
but I mean, it may help to keep some people around. It just depends on how great the content is. If it's stuff that people get addicted to and want to play, and it's very enjoyable, 6 months
Hmm.
might be fine. It might work out great.
Right.
But I just don't think they're providing enough to keep people around for a whole half a year.
Yeah. Same. I think they're definitely like it's gonna hurt, that's the main thing. That's the only thing. Like, I don't mind that the season's that long. They just need to offer content. Just keep pumping content, pumping content. There shouldn't be a dry spell at all,
At
you know,
all.
at all. So I remember reading something also about, like, they were saying the reason why they're so long, and they understand, like, they know that we've been complaining about the long seasons and lack of content. This is that and the third, but they're still in COVID mode, where they're saying like the health of the team is number one priority. You know
I
what I'm
respect
saying?
that.
So they're saying like that's the number one priority, and then like as long as we can offer this content in a safe manner, that's what they've been doing. So which brings us to our next topic is, as we know, Certain Affinity has been working with 343 and Microsoft and Xbox with helping with the Halo games in the past, and even today with Halo Infinite. So I'm here to talk about Certain Affinity. Pretty much announced that they're um, becoming closer with 343 Industries and the Halo community. So hopefully, with their help and things like that, they'll be able to offer more content or more modes and things like
Yeah.
that, because they are working on a Halo Infinite mode under a code name. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring that article up for you guys, and we'll talk about that. But in this article on Windows Central, it says Certain Affinity has long been a closer partner of Microsoft and Xbox, having worked on Halo games for years. We have it we have it on good authority that the studio is also contributing to other upcoming Xbox games, including Perfect Dark, while potentially also making an all new exclusive of its own. Today, the studio announced that it is deepening its contributions to Halo, specifically to work on Halo Infinite, which has been under scrutiny for its relatively slow pace of updates. Earlier in the year, I revealed that Certain Affinity is working on a new mode for Halo Infinite, codenamed Tatanka, and today it would appear Certain Affinity has confirmed it. So Certain Affinity went ahead and tweeted this out. We've been part of the Halo franchise for more than 15 years, and we're honored to say we are deepening our relationship with 343 and have been entrusted with further evolving Halo Infinite in some new and exciting ways. Join us on our journey. So there you have it right there. It looks like, let me see if it was anything else. Nope. So Certain Affinity went ahead and came out and said that they're deepening their relationship with 343. They're getting entrusted with being involved with more Halo projects and just being more into the development of Halo. So this new game mode that they're working for Halo Infinite, codenamed Tatanka, that is actually a rumored battle royale mode.
Yes.
I forgot to bring up the list. There's like a list on what it's going to be, but it's going to be a battle royale where you're going to have drop pods. We'll drop from the sky, land on the map. I think it's, oh man, I forgot how many. I'm a probably pull it up and talk about it, but I'm gonna throw it to Shane. So what do you think about this partnership, or this close relationship, and the possible new game mode that's supposed to be a battle royale?
Uh, I'm actually happy you brought this information up. This right here, uh, actually makes me happy because uh, get more hands on with it and closer to the relationship with 343. Uh, that's a great thing. Certain Affinity and 343 working together. That just brings more people to the table to be able to produce that content that I was talking about that they need. We need more hands on with this uh if they want Halo to be able to sustain people playing it. We need content and we need hands
Mhm.
on. Unfortunately, they are still stuck in COVID mode, which is a bummer because, like a lot of us know, COVID isn't over, but it's pretty much over in a lot of places. I mean, my
Mhm.
everyday day to day life is kind of pretty much back to normal. Everywhere you go is pretty much business as usual. Uh, I mean, stores, the mask mandates are gone. It's not over, but we're feeling like it's over finally. I just hope they get out of that mode very very soon, so they can vamp up production here and work with Affinity, certain Affinity to produce some more content.
Yes, sir.
But
So
and as far as the battle royale, I'm excited, man. Everybody's been wanting the battle royale mode. I feel like it'll definitely be a great addition to all the other modes they have. As you see, how battle royale's been kind of the wave for a while now. Everyone's kind of leaning towards that, and everyone's liking the battle royale mode. So right
mhm.
now, it'll definitely be a great addition to Halo to have a mode of that sort. I just hope they do it right, and I just hope that it works out. I mean, all we could do is wait and see. It sounds like they're on the right path with having. So, what you want to drop from a pod, or they will have like pod drops to where you get like items and stuff, or
um well, no, because on Halo 3 ODST, they orbital dropship troopers,
right, right, right,
that they drop from the pods. They're in the pods
right,
and then land, and then that's how I feel like that's how you're gonna enter the map. You're gonna
right,
drop in through one of them pods. I don't know if you get to pick your location or if it's gonna randomize every time
right.
or what have you, and then you can launch your little pod. But that's just a rumor, like, that's what I heard. So that sounds pretty dope. Like you were saying, Halo. I know a lot of people at first they were like, Halo doesn't need a battle royale and things like that. And I mean, not everything needs a battle royale, but at this point, battle royale is like, to me, like a team deathmatch. Like, I can't have a first person shooter game
Right.
and not have team deathmatch as part of a mode. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how Battle Royale, like it seems like a standard mode to have now. And it's the most popular mode, just like how Team Deathmatch was the most popular mode. Like every first person shooter had to have a Team Deathmatch, you know? So I feel like it fits. And Halo has the everything to make their own unique battle royale experience with the orbital dropships dropping in. And then I found this is different information, but I found a website that has a little bit more information on what's going to be
Okay.
in this so-called rumor. So it says right here, so the Halo Infinite Battle Royale Tatanka is you're going to have duos and quads with multi teams. Of course, it's going to be 60 to 100 players. So I think duos is going to be 50 teams, and then with quads, it's going to be uh, I got it wrong. There was another one. There was a good YouTube video that I saw that broke it down even better than this. But I'm gonna just read what I have here. So you're gonna have 60 to 100 players. They're gonna be bot supported, so there's gonna be bots on the map as well. There's shrinking contaminated zones, and then there's gonna be a massive open-ended level. Like any battle royale, is just stating the obvious. And then there's going to be activities that include operation missions, capture like King of the Hill territory, supply runs, destroy where you attack specific zones, and horde where you secure resources. So it sounds like it's taking some Warzone elements with the contracts and things like that. So it definitely, let's see if there's anything else. Tatanka duos, yeah, they're gonna have duos. What else? Yeah, here it is. Tatanka bot sizes. Tatanka with 100 bots. There's going to have with 60 bots. Now, free for all with 60 bots. Tank bot lobby sizes. So I wonder if bots, if they're confusing that with like actual players, or is this how many, like if they're going to have like bots like Titanfall would have like computer related players that you're versing against as well. That's a little I'm a little confusing there as well. And then it says more details from Windows Central. Jez Corden possibly includes battle royale elements, shrinking map, elimination, etc. Will be a separate mode that's so big it's almost like another game. Maybe part of season 3 or season 4, but could be delayed. Certain Affinity is making the mode. Is a new mode that hasn't been in Halo before. Appears to mainstream audience. Huge scale, similar to Warzone. May be team-based or solo. Codename Tatanka. First name a legendary Sitting Bull. Lakota tribe name for bison. And will tie into Forge mode in some way. So that's interesting. So you can make your own battle royale maps with Forge
Right,
mode.
right.
Like that's pretty
That would be
interesting.
dope. Right.
Now I know that Forge mode, I can't wait until Forge mode launches, because that's probably where our most community driven content is going to come from. It's from other
Definitely.
gamers and making new game modes, making new maps and everything like that. So I know once Forge, like once they iron out the kinks and everything like that, I feel like Forge mode and shorter seasons is just going to make Halo into the game we all expected it to be. But with this last little bit of information I just read out, Shane, did you have anything else to say about it? Like, what do you think of the possibility of this game actually
No, it sounds
being?
great. The possibilities sound amazing. I mean, it just further excites me, and just wanting to see really what it's all going to be capable of. I'm definitely going to have my eye on for these updates and any more information coming out about this. So I'm definitely excited, man. I'm just ready for it to be here. I'm
Mhm.
ready to really
Yeah.
see it. I just hope it stands up to our expectations.
Yeah, man, it's a lot of possibilities, man. Like they got all the vehicles, they got the weapons, the armor, the abilities, and everything like that, man. I feel like it can be something special, a different take on, there's the Fortnites and the War Zones and the Apexes. That's all you really got,
Right,
So I feel like Halo could be different enough to stand on its own as well. It might not be the most popular, but it's definitely going to be a big 4 now instead of the big 3.
right.
So, but yeah, that's all I had to say about that. Anything else to say?
No, man. I'm just like I said, excited for it to come, and I hope they get it together.
Yes, sir. All right. So now the next topic, we're going to go ahead and keep it Xbox related. This was making the rounds this week as well. So we're going to go ahead and talk about the sales numbers for the Xbox Series X and S console. All right. So I have it pulled up here, ready for you guys. So this is an article from purexbox.com. All right. And it states that Xbox's Aaron Greenberg has taken to Twitter to thank fans for helping support the growth and adoption of Xbox this generation. He's also hopeful supply of the Series X and S will continue to improve around the world. It all stems from a tweet by VG Charts, which suggests Xbox Series X and S sales are currently outperforming Xbox 360 sales 17 months into the new generation lifecycle. The new series systems have supposedly sold around 4.49 million units more in the same time frame. So it's here. Aaron Greenberg says, thanks to all the people who have helped support the growth and adoption of Xbox so far this generation. Lots of work ahead, and hopefully supply continues to improve globally as well. And the tweet by VG Chart shows that within the same time frame, within the first 17 months of the 360 and Xbox Series X and S, it looks like Xbox Series X and S has sold 13.8 million units, when the Xbox 360 has sold only 9.3 million units.
Awesome. That is awesome.
So, and it's great. A lot of people like this comparison because, of course, if they would have showed the numbers to like the Xbox One versus the Series X and S, like, of course, they better have outperformed it because the Xbox One was such a flop, such a failure, like it wasn't adopted as well. So for them to compare it to the most popular Xbox console, the one that majority of people love, and the reason why they fell in love with Xbox and all those franchises, the 360, it shows you how much Xbox is still in this game and how much people still want to play on Xbox. So Shane, what do you think of this number right here?
This is great, man. This is great. I mean, we all know that the 360 was probably not even probably was the best generation of Xboxes, and so for it to be uh, outselling it at a greater pace within the same amount of time, that's amazing. That is awesome. That just means that the adoption rate is lovely, and I just hope that they produce the games. And we all know Game Pass is probably carrying this a lot. I mean, Game Pass is we all feel it's the wave, man. It's the wave of the future. I feel like it's how we are going to digest our content. In the future, I feel like that's how we're all doing it now when it comes to Netflix and Hulu and Disney Plus and all those subscription services.
Even
And it
music.
just seems to fit in gaming as well. And so I just feel like Game Pass has a big drive on selling these consoles, and I feel like it's just great. It's a great time to be a Xbox fan for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially when Xbox One was such
Let down.
a letdown. It wasn't the proudest moment, and you just thought like you just didn't know what the future for Xbox was going to look like.
Even though we
So,
stood by them then too.
oh yeah, definitely. But it definitely opened my eyes up to like competition is definitely needed. Um, and it also helped me realize, like, because I was just strictly Xbox for a good chunk of my life, that I missed out on a bunch of Nintendo games and I missed out on a bunch of Sony games and just those experiences as well. So it helped me actually fall back in love with gaming, like pure gaming, or just playing games no matter what platform that it's on. So it kind of helped me out in that way, that they actually had that down moment. But it's good to see that they're rocking and rolling and actually pushing gaming forward instead of just keeping it to where it was 10. Because that's what I was kind of upset about last generation. Like last generation didn't do anything the generation before it did, but offer 4K gaming
Right.
and Battle Royale. Like that's about it. There was nothing that pushed the games forward or anything like that. So with Xbox actually doing Game Pass, and they're doing this, they're reserving their games to where you could still play original Xbox games on your current new gen Xbox. Like, it's just amazing to see. And they're pushing this envelope, supporting PC gaming, which, is probably the biggest form of gaming out there other than mobile.
Free.
So it's definitely good that, to see Xbox actually doing good. Of course, they're still behind the competition with Nintendo and PlayStation, but it's good to see that these are healthy numbers. Like, the Xbox 360 was considered the winner of that generation, even though the PlayStation slightly sold a little bit more towards the end. But people would still say Xbox dominated that generation regardless. So it's good just to see that it's actually outperforming those numbers of the 360. So that's just good to see. I'm definitely excited to see, hopefully more consoles become in stock so more people can buy them. Goes for PlayStation as well. Like, I just want gaming to go back to how it was, where it's readily available for everyone, that everyone can enjoy. So we can go ahead and get this new gen rocking and rolling, because I feel like the start of this gen has kind of been slow.
For sure.
So hopefully, which I understand why, or maybe it's always been slow in the beginning of new generations, which they kind of are, but I feel like this one's a little bit slower than normal. So hopefully they pick it back up, man. It's good, healthy numbers. I'm glad to see it. PlayStation definitely has competition. They can't just think everything is okay, because Xbox is making strides. They're catching up and doing better than PlayStation probably expected. So, all right. But other than that, was there anything else you wanted to talk about this?
No, bro, you hit it on the head.
All right, let's keep it moving. All right, so the next topic that we're going to go ahead and talk about is the fact that PlayStation games probably are going to be coming to PC a lot sooner than we're normally used to seeing. So go ahead and pull that article up for you guys right here. So this is an article on xputer.com, and it's just talking about this is in the middle of the article. It says that a user Rocket Agent, who is a popular and highly credible industry insider with quite a few high-profile leaks under their belt, such as Ben Studios' upcoming title or Elden Ring's Bestiary leak, has now leaked plenty of upcoming PC ports of PlayStation first-party exclusive in a recent post that they made in the PlayStation page on Reddit. All right, so I'm gonna just go ahead and read a little bit, so try to stay with me here. So it goes ahead and they talk about that the last PlayStation 4 exclusives and Sony's future ports. So they're saying that God of War Ragnarok is going to be the swan song of the PlayStation 4. So this is probably going to be the last PlayStation first party exclusive that's going to be multi-platform on last gen, or at least cross gen, on the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. And it just talks about the different versions on the PlayStation 4 Pro and the PlayStation 5. And then it also states that Sony will not be releasing any cross-gen first-party games after this point, unless a developer desperately wants a PlayStation 4 port of their game, which is unlikely. It says from 2023 onward, we will only see PlayStation 5 exclusive from first-party developers, along with the shift to PC ports becoming more and more gradual. So said games, including Ragnarok, Rift Apart, Demon's Souls, Forbidden West, Gran Turismo 7, Ghost of Tsushima, and the likes will all be receiving PC ports. Guerrilla Games will handle their port of it. I'm not going to talk about that much. It says here that God of War Ragnarok will come to PC as well, with Jetpack Interactive and Blind Squirrel collaborating once again as they finish work on the Ratchet ports. After this, Sony will begin to phase in PC ports more casually so they can release them within months to a year from its original release. It says by then, since The PS4 and the PlayStation 4 Pro will cut from receiving first-party titles. The only ways to play PlayStation 5 only titles will be through PlayStation Plus Premium as a streaming service. Sony made a deal with Microsoft to secure Deathloop as a PlayStation Plus Premium game. Other titles such as Astro's Playroom, Rift Apart, and PlayStation 5 upgraded versions of PS4 titles will be streamable to PlayStation 4 players for the foreseeable future to test the waters and allow them a method to play these games. With that being said, expect this to slowly pan out really soon. So it definitely sounds a little bit familiar. It sounds like it pretty much sounds familiar. This was Xbox's game plan, and people on Twitter was just kind of making fun of the fact that Xbox said this same similar type of strategy, and people made fun of them for it. And now Sony's doing it, and it's okay for them, or it's okay to do or have a roadmap like this. So I'm gonna just go ahead and throw it to you, Shane. What do you think of this? Like, is this a no-brainer for PlayStation to do? What do you think about it?
Facts. I just feel like it's a no-brainer. For one, for the lack of consoles being out there in the field, I mean, to help with game sales and stuff, it just makes sense to port your stuff to PC. Not only that, I feel like that's one thing I like about Xbox so much is the fact that you're not necessarily constrained to one device. Like if I don't own a PlayStation 5, I should still be able to play the game in some sense, shape, or form. Even though it might not be day and date or as soon as the game drops, I still feel like I should be able to enjoy the game and enjoy those experiences.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I'm happy for this, man. I'm happy for this. I feel like I wouldn't have been surprised if it would have happened sooner. But Sony's a little more on the tedious steps. They kind of take their time and ease into stuff there. They don't just go out there and make brash decisions. So, but I'm glad they're doing this for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely like the fact that you're able to play on the PlayStation 4. You'll be able to stream the PlayStation 5 games and things like that. The same way Xbox is doing now on like the Xbox One. You can stream like Xbox Series X only games like Microsoft Simulator. You can stream it on your Xbox One if you wanted to. So I like the fact that even if you still have a PlayStation 4, you're not able to find a PlayStation 5 as of yet, or just don't have the money, you can still like play those games. You'll be streaming it. We all know how streaming works. It's not the greatest. It's still a work in progress, but it's still an option for you.
Fact.
Maybe you'll stream a game, like it enough to where like, man, I need to get a PlayStation 5. Or yeah, if it comes to PC, I'm definitely going to get this game. It's going to give you that type of incentive to go and invest in that game. So
Right.
I like that for sure. Uh,
Fact.
like, do you think that I feel like, do you think Sony should get like made fun of for actually like falling through with this now after everybody knows like they just did a complete 180 from when they first announced the PlayStation 5 to
Uh,
now?
Make fun of no, but I mean, Xbox always catches it hard, man. They get the raw end of the stick every time. You know what I mean?
Every
Every
time, yeah.
decision they make, it's always a bad one. It's always worse for the gaming industry. And da da da. And then come down the line, Sony does the same thing, and they get praised for it. So, I mean, I'm not really into bashing them. I'm all about moving forward and developing the game industry, and I'm glad they're doing this stuff and they're open minded to let this kind of stuff happen because we can't get stuck inside that same box and not have any type of new development in the industry. Like we have to be able to you know think outside the box and do things differently. And times are changing. The game industry's changing, and I feel like the changes have to be made accordingly. So.
I totally agree. Definitely a good move. All right. So we're going to go ahead and move on to our next topic here. So we're going to go ahead and talk about ads and free to play games. All right. So definitely this is a good topic because a lot of people are actually upset with this type of decision. that not only PlayStation but also Xbox is making as well. So I'm gonna pull up this article here that's on IGN.com. All right. So this is an article on IGN.com by Logan Plant. It says, after last week's report that Xbox is looking to include more advertisements in free-to-play games, it seems PlayStation is also testing the waters for its own advertisement program. According to Advertising Insider, Sony wants to encourage developers to create free-to-play games by adding this new way to monetize them beyond microtransactions and battle passes. Similar to what we know about Xbox's program, the goal for Sony is for the ads to fit in with the rest of the game, like putting real-life ads on billboards and virtual sports stadiums. Sony is also looking into rewarding players for watching ads and promotions with in-game items, including avatar skins, which is a nice little touch. I like that. While we already know Microsoft isn't planning to take a cut of the revenue, Sony is still deciding if it will take a share. There are some concerns about the program, namely how companies will be able to track gamers and their purchases habit after seeing the ad in game. And some advertisers may want to avoid promoting their product in games with violent content. Xbox is reportedly planning to launch its advertising program by the third quarter of 2022. It could include ads showing up as rendered billboards in racing games, for example. The profits will be shared between the game developer and ad company. All right. So, Shane, what do you feel about seeing driving by a Mountain Dew ad in your sports game or your racing game?
Hey man, if it keeps the games free and they're not, it's just as long as they don't overdo it and it's not like cutting to an ad every 15, 20 seconds, like how YouTube used to do you back in the day. Like, I
Used
think it'll
to, they
be
still
okay
do
as
it.
long as it's not overly saturated. You know what I mean? As long as everywhere you don't look is a Mountain Dew ad or a Pepsi ad or a Foot Locker ad or whatever the case may be, it doesn't bother me, man. These games are already free to play. Yeah, they're monetizing off of skins and battle passes and stuff, but I have no problem with them making the extra bag. I mean, I feel like they work hard to make these games. If it's just going to help further them and making more money to be able to dump more money into the game to make the games better, I'm all for it, man. So I'm actually, it doesn't bother me, and I actually think it's a great idea of Microsoft to not even take a cut of this money. Like that's amazing to let the developers eat and so therefore they can actually receive part of their uh,
More money.
more money that they actually deserve for producing their game. You know what I mean? Like I think it's great. So if Microsoft is not wanting to put their hand in it, they're happy with what they're getting from the other transactions and whatnot. So hey, man, power up to them. Sony still hasn't made a decision in that, so we'll just have to wait and see what they decide to do. So hopefully they lead the same way, but they may want to take a cut. So we'll just have to see what
Mm.
happens with that. And as far as them tracking the data and being able to see like what we purchased after watching the ads and whatnot, I mean this is already happening everywhere you go, on your
Mhm.
computer, on your cell phones, anything you pretty much do or shop on that's connected to the internet in some type of shape or form. They're already tracking all this anyway. So I mean, that doesn't bother me at all. It's like, you know what I mean? You'll just start getting more targeted suggested ads to things that they know that you may want to purchase.
So I think it's funny you said how like popping up a bunch of ads like how YouTube used to do back in the day. That's how you know you're used to premium, or what is it called? YouTube Premium?
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
what
I
is
got
it?
a
Yeah,
premium.
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't have that joint, and the ad pops up so often. Like my
yeah,
son hates it. My son does not have the patience. He wouldn't have been able to survive back in the day where you got to watch commercials and stuff. He would not be able to do it. We was built different, but definitely them ads are ridiculous. It might be a moment where it's like, it's like, oh, okay, we watched a good chunk before they threw in the ad. But sometimes you watch 30 seconds, ad, 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 ad. Like
yeah,
it just depends. So yeah,
for sure.
definitely. But I also wanted to mention, like, I also think it's cool that PlayStation is also going to try to offer like an incentive. I mean, it might be like an avatar skin or something. Maybe like some kind of in-game perk or something like that. That would be dope if you actually got some kind of incentives for watching so many hours of an ad. Or and that's if it's going to be like an ad, like you're playing the game. Once you, like, I would say like Fortnite, you're playing Fortnite, then as soon as you die and it's, you get 20th place, before you go back to the lobby, you got to watch a 30-second ad on something. Like I didn't think of anything like that. Like that's
Right.
probably a possibility,
That would definitely
you
be
know.
deep. It, man,
Yeah.
like I said, as long as it's not just oversaturated with ads, man. If they just don't
Mhm.
overdo it,
Like a
ad
mobile
here and
game.
there is not going to bother me. You know.
Well, what if they did that and then maybe as long as you own the current battle pass, it'll skip the ads.
That's
Yeah.
that's something to put
Yeah.
out there.
But
That
I'm
would be
I'm
dope.
'cause
Or
I'm
at
thinking
least
of.
give you the option to skip it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Uh, which most ads do these days give you the option to skip it after so many seconds. But
Mhm.
just as long as they don't oversaturate it, and as long as I'm not forced to watch 45 seconds, minute or two long ads, and I have to watch the whole ad. And most of the time, they run the same ads over and over. But for it to
Mhm.
be like on a billboard in an arena or something like that, that doesn't bother me at all
Yeah,
because they
nope.
already put stuff like that in a lot of games anyway. And not only that, they put fake ads and stuff up in some
Yeah.
games. You know what I mean? They'll
Mhm.
have fake billboards with whatever fake soda, drink the
Yep.
slurge or
Yeah,
whatever, you know what
right.
I'm saying? Right.
They
So I
make the
mean,
slurs sound good.
right. You know? So I mean, hey, like I said, as long as they don't oversaturate it, I'm with it. So it's not gonna bother me at all.
Okay. Yeah, I don't
I'm
I
sure
don't
some
mind.
people will be upset over it though, for sure.
As long as, like you said, it pertains to that game. Like I don't want an ad in a game that they don't even relate to each other. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right, right.
As long as that, I don't see a problem with it, at least yet. I'm down for it. But of course, we see a reasonable way to do it. But these companies might not see a reasonable way and they'll try to abuse the system. So we'll just have to
I'm
wait
sure
and
if they
see.
do, they'll definitely hear it in the reviews.
Oh yeah.
We'll definitely be complaining too. So
Oh
when
yeah,
it
for sure.
starts, we'll definitely touch back on this for sure.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. This ain't gonna be the last time we hear this. All right. So other than that, we're gonna go ahead and jump into the next topic. All right, we got two more left for you guys. So, like I said, told you we have a jam-packed show for you. So let's see here. So the next topic is Sega remaking, rebooting Crazy Taxi and Jet Set Radio. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring that up for you guys here. This made some rumblings, and I'm not gonna lie, got the inner child in me so excited because I was a fan of the
Classic.
Dreamcast. Classic games. Classic games. So this is an article on IGN.com. Uh, so it says that Sega is reportedly working on big budget reboots. I'm sorry. My bad. Big budget reboots for Crazy Taxi and Jet Set Radio with the intention of creating new installments that generate reoccurring revenue and online communities. According to a report from Bloomberg, the reboots are part of Sega's Super Game Initiative, which aims to create games with large communities and the ability to generate long tail of revenue. Basically, the Fortnite model of microtransactions fueled content drops. Bloomberg sources claims that the Crazy Taxi reboot has been in development for over a year and that Sega aims to release it within the next 2 or 3 years. It and Jet Set Radio are allegedly two of four planned super games, with a third apparently being a first-person shooter that aims to generate $780 million over its lifetime. Both Crazy Taxi and Jet Set Radio date back to the Dreamcast, so it seems as if nostalgia may be a part of Sega's plan here, should the games be a reality. And even if both are in active development, Bloomberg's sources state that they are both in the early stages and could still be canceled. All right, so Shane, go ahead and give us your love for these two franchises right here. And what do you think of these possible remakes?
Man, I'm excited for both. It's a Jet Set Radio and Crazy Taxi. I'm
Mhm.
buying both, man. For sure, for sure. For sure, for sure. Like, I
What?
can't believe that they're actually really doing it.
Yeah.
My fault, man. My dog is going crazy in the background. But it's about time for her walk. But I'll do that after this. But man, like I said, I'm definitely excited for both of these titles, man. Crazy Taxi, man. That Dreamcast era was just the nostalgia for that is just so real, like surreal. Like I love that era, man. You know me. I had a Dreamcast, man, and I loved it. Crazy Taxi was one of my go-to games. It frustrated me at first because I didn't understand how to play it, and I didn't understand it. But once I got the hang of it, I was addicted, man. I was
Mhm.
addicted. Like I loved it. And Jet Set Radio as well. Like I'm definitely going to get both of these games when they drop. I don't know about day and date, but I definitely am going to purchase them and relive some of those moments.
Definitely,
Yeah,
man.
I hope they bring. I hope they bring a new twist to it too to make it a little something new, so it's not just playing like a reboot. You know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I'm sure they will. They're going to have to kind of modernize these games to an extent. Maybe are they going to keep the same style graphics, or is it still going to be? I have no idea. I'm just excited as you. I adored these games growing up. Crazy Taxi was an amazing game. Jet Set Radio, which I remember it as Jet Grind Radio, but a lot of
Yeah.
people don't remember that. So that's how we was definitely in it at the time when the Dreamcast was booming. But yeah, man, these are two good franchises that we wish could have stayed around throughout the 20 years that has passed since these games has dropped. So definitely I'm excited to see these games. Hopefully Sega continues to pump out more games and more franchises, because they got franchises for days, but they're just sticking with a handful. And the ones that they're sticking with, only I think the Yakuza series is the only one that's really taken off. I'm sure there's people probably yelling at me right now. I'm missing out some games, but I just know of like Yakuza really doing good, and Sonic. And Sonic's just been falling by the wayside. Even though the new movie is amazing, definitely go check out Sonic 2 if you haven't already. Best video game movie, hands down. All right. But other than that, I'm ready for these. Hopefully it's not too long. I could wait 2 years for these games.
I
And
hope
like
it's
you said,
sooner though.
I'm gonna get them. All
Definitely hope
right.
it's sooner.
But yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead and jump into the last topic here, which is a real good one. We haven't talked about Call of Duty on this show in a while now. So we'll go ahead and talk about it, see what's going on. So if you don't know already and you've been hiding under a rock, it looks like that there's going to be a new, I would say, like in-game live event that's going to take place in Vanguard and Warzone, coming soon on May the 11th. So let's go ahead and talk about it. All right. So this is another article on IG from IGN, and it says, following rumors and leaks that Godzilla would be appearing in Call of Duty, Activision has released a brand new trailer featuring not just the King of the Monsters, but King Kong as well. The new event, which is slated for both Call of Duty Vanguard and Warzone, will be kicking off May 11th. King Kong battling Godzilla is a popular subject in the media, having most recently been depicted in 2021's Godzilla vs. Kong. The event has been teased for the past week, with Call of Duty fans quickly guessing that a Godzilla event was incoming. All right. So, Shane, what do you think of this? Because I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I think this is something that Warzone has been missing. Fortnite does amazing jobs when they do their in-gaming events, in-gaming concerts, when they do live events of like when the map got sucked up by the black hole, all this crazy stuff. Fortnite is
Yes.
the king of live in-game content
Events. Facts.
event.
Big facts.
What do you think about this coming to Warzone?
Oh, I'm excited, man. I'm excited, and I'm scared. You know what I mean? Because yes, it is missing this. Yes, it is. This is something that Warzone has needed. Like you said, Fortnite does such a great job at these type of things. It just brings a different life and aspect to the game, and Fortnite pulls it off very, 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 very well, and I believe Call of Duty has the potential to do so as well. It just, I just hope they don't miss with this. You know what I mean? This is a very interesting, subject to bring into the game. Uh, Godzilla and King Kong. I mean, the possibilities are endless. Like, what are they gonna have you do? Are you like we were saying earlier? Are you just gonna sit there and watch them fight and them tear up the map, or are you gonna actually take a hand in the fight, or are you gonna have to help take them down, or
Hmm.
or what? You know what I mean? So like the possibilities are endless. I'm just excited to see what approach they take to this event here. But I'm definitely glad that they're getting into this event thing, and I hope there's many more to come. I just hope they kill this one and set the stage for great events after this.
Yeah, I'm totally excited. It definitely has me interested into being there on May the 11th or however long it's going to be, just so I can experience this. It seems like a epic battle. Just imagine just jumping out of picking your landing zone, jumping out, and you seeing these two ginormous creatures come and just wreak havoc around the map while you're trying to survive as well. You'll be in a building trying to hide, and maybe they destroy that building. So now you have that no more. You have no choice but to find other cover, but you're also being hunted. It's still a battle royale game. If it is it going to be something like that, or is it just something to watch? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
As they destroy the
Exactly.
map, or do you have to do in-game objectives to help one win over the other? There's Team Kong, Team Godzilla. Who knows? And that's what's getting everybody excited with all this speculation talk and everything like that. So I'm definitely pumped. Like I said, I've recently just now been getting back into Call of Duty Rebirth Island. So this is definitely going to let me go and jump into actual the Warzone Battle Royale portion and see what this is all about. See if it's going to be a good show. But I do agree that I feel like more games like this, especially with communities like this, need to have more in-game events like this. I
Yeah.
think like it's the closest thing to like virtual reality, like what they're trying to do with the metaverse and stuff. This is pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what you're just not wearing the VR headset and things like that and transported in that world. You're looking at your TV or your monitor and you're playing with the controller and boom. So I'm definitely excited. But
Thanks.
yeah, yeah, all you can do is just be hyped for it. Yeah.
Thanks.
Did you have anything else to say about it before we wrap up the
Nah,
show?
I just pray they do a good job with it, man. Don't let us down.
Yeah. Oh no, no. Yeah, I'm not even going to say anything. I'm gonna just wait. Because I'm excited, and yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Well, yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap up the show here. So definitely thank you guys for making it to the end of this episode. I told you guys this was going to be a jam-packed show full of content for you guys. I think this is probably the best podcast episode that we've had for a while now. It was just content after content, very good.
Definitely.
It didn't seem like we were dragging on or anything like that.
Not at
So
all.
I'm proud of ourselves. Go ahead and give us a pat on the back for that one.
Yes, sir.
But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Definitely leave down in the comments what you liked about the show or what your thoughts are about the topics we had on the show here. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and like and subscribe to the YouTube channel or follow us on your favorite your audio podcasting app. Follow us there and leave a review. We'd really appreciate it. But other than that, you can go ahead and find me on Twitter. My Twitter name is Donnie Tress. So it's at DONNYTR, the number 3S. Go ahead and follow me. I'll follow you. Like I said, talk about anything video game related, pop culture related, movies, music, sports, video games, you name it. Man, I just like to try to enjoy myself on that platform because it could be very toxic from time to time. But other than that, Shane, go ahead and let the people know where they can find you.
Y'all can reach me on Twitter. That's at TurpTech. It's on your screen right here if you all can see. At TURPTECH. That's at TurpTech. Feel free to DM me. hit me up. Hey man, I appreciate y'all making it to the end once again. I agree with
Yeah,
my brother. This has been one of our best podcasts in a long time. We took that little week break. It seemed like it helped us a little bit, but
yeah.
we're gonna keep rolling out this content. And please like, comment, and subscribe, man. We appreciate you all sticking and making it to the end. But you know what it is, bro.
Yes, sir. So, of course, once again, like, share, and subscribe to the Gamers Anonymous Podcast YouTube channel. It's been fun, it's been real. But until next time, never stop gaming.
Stop gaming.